partnerships will it be beneficial to all concerned. You may be seated.
Alright, so August is Membership and Youth Club Development Month, and this is where we recognize members who are doing amazing work in our communities. We just want to acknowledge and celebrate our Rotaractors and our Rotarians who are doing incredible work. They're dedicated to the movement of making the world a safer and better place. So people like you guys, right? Tough crowd. So moving into the President's Minute, I take to probably three. We'll get three of it. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge our July's MVP. She's not here with us as yet, but it is Denalyn Swaby. And if you know Denalyn, to know Denalyn is an experience. She is a development communication specialist, a climate change advocate, and also the brilliant curator and host of the Global Yali podcast, which she created to capture conversations around culture, sustainable living, and doing this while connecting audiences across the world. So ladies and gentlemen, Denalyn Swaby, July. And while we are on the use of technology, astonishing Rotaractors and Rotarians, I also want to acknowledge Rtn Minna Israel, who was awarded the Order of Distinction in the rank of Commander for her outstanding services in the banking sector, education development, and public service. She is a member of our parent club, the Rotary Club of St. So a round of applause for her. So just to highlight some of our upcoming events for this particular month, we have our annual Stationery Drive, and this year's Stationery Drive will be in aid of the shortwood practicing and primary and infant. Shortwood practicing primary and infant, and we are doing this in partnership with Both of God Family for Church. We'll be doing our handover on the 26th of August, which is a Sunday. We'll be doing it at the church location. So if you have any donations that you'd like to make, you can reach out to myself or our service project chair, Elaine Brown, and we will be happy to collect it. We also will be accepting cash donations if it is that you can't afford to get any of the listed stationery items on the file. And for today, we have our BFF challenge, which is a part of our wellness challenge to acknowledge our membership and club development month. So everybody who's here with a bestie, can you just stand and come up with them six here. Just stand if you brought your bestie and introduce your bestie. Colin, sit down. Oh my God. She doesn't count. She doesn't count, and when we move to the presentation, you'll see why she doesn't count. But Colin, go ahead.
Is it fair to ask?
Introduce your best friend.
My best friend is Rocque Coote. Can you stand for me, Rocque? Thank you.
Can you tell us something about Rocque, apart from the fact that she's the president of our organization?
She can sing very well.
Really? Look at you now. No. Any other best friends in the room?
So I brought my bestie, Kaden, with you.
Kaden?
Yes, Kaden.
Oh, you just sit down for our best friends though.
Are you brought over here?
My apologies.
So
Tell
good
us
thing.
something about Kaden.
She recently attained her degree in financial management, and she's currently pursuing ACCA. So we're doing the same thing now.
Love that. Any other best friends in the house? Stand your bestie, yeah? Yes. Introduce your best friend, tell us something about her. Never met her before in my life.
And she's born in
new faces as well. People just raise your hands. Hi, welcome. You are? Hi, April. Hi, April. What did you hear about today's meeting? Oh, hi, girl. One next bestie.
Tell us something about her.
We met on Twitter. Hello. La Chandra Shop. You were invited by Garthia. La Chandra Mama joke today, right? So you and I are at the same time. Has anybody watched my latest WhatsApp status?
Video.
No, the most recent one. Check it. Check it. Before we tell the joke on La Chandra. Alright. The last one. It can turn it off.
Yes, that's Sandra.
So I'm turning into the parking lot, and Lashley's just. So I'm like, these young people and their phone.
Why are you driving and videoing this at the same time?
So, that's beyond the point.
No, you're doing the same thing.
I'm talking about young people and their phone. And
But you are young and you're on your phone
I had to
videoing.
catch myself because I'm like, when did I get here?
I want to ask you the same.
When did
Why
I
are you
arrive
driving
to
while
be
you're on your
complaining
phone?
about young people and their phone? I flabbergasted. I was like, where did you go?
Look at Bryson. You were doing the same thing. But you were just driving.
Thank you for joining us. I started inviting you. Hi, the lovely. Hello, how are you? Hello. Hi, Chanel. You're with that club? Oh, you're here before? Okay. So how did you hear about today's meeting? Yeah, no problem. Now, how much further? Let's say it a lot. Don't make me whisper for our ideas. Don't do. Unless he's telling you that we're great. She's club hopping. She used to be in Rotaract. Any other best friends? You look new. I've never seen you before. I have? But she gets up so short. That's what I want to like the hair.
Yeah.
The hair?
Yeah, you had lots.
There. Talk the locks.
That's easy. Thank you.
You look nice.
You can't come here now.
That's my best friend, guys. LaShawn, stand. Hi, bestie. Hey, girl. We go way back. No, for real. We've known each other for a good couple of years now.
Yeah, probably from 2017.
Yeah, not long, man. She's with the Rotaract Club of St.
Tell us something about yourself.
We went to school together.
That's not.
Oh, you never know that. We didn't know that before. We have President Ashley here on the back. Hi. Is that a guest of yours? Yes. Oh, my personal Khadija. Hi, everybody. Hello. We're not listening.
No, introduce anymore.
Wow.
Go work, Nani. Go work.
Love you.
Okay. Gentlemen at the back. Hi, Mark Anthony. Go bestie with you today?
Yes, my best friends. Hi everybody, my name is Mark Hart. And my best friends are from the Bishop of Kingston.
Hi.
We're all here.
We're close, our best friend, because we're in the same club.
Oh, yes, we're the same house in our club. And
Yeah,
we're
this is
defending
the aliens. It's really,
Okay, actually, don't know, like, eating and then or just one.
Just
Oh,
one.
sorry, if you want to have a interview, challenge, we can. No,
I can't.
we don't.
No, that's fine.
We still can do something. Don't worry, we'll figure it
We don't much in RCSA.
Yes, it is.
Much me, much them, and they can't do the same way.
These are also my best friends. This is Gemma, right? And this is Eve.
Hi, Danoy. Hi, Aiden. Thanks for joining us. That's your best friend, Tara? You have two best friends?
No, but I'm friends.
Good evening. She's supposed to introduce you and tell us something about you.
Okay, her name is Shauna Kate and she's from Clarendon.
Hi, Shauna K from Clarendon. You didn't travel from Clarendon.
No, I did not.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. That wraps up today's version of our Best Friend Challenge. Thank you, everybody, for bringing a guest out. Next up on our list is that we have Salsa Aerobics dance this Saturday at the Hope Garden East Garden, starting at 8 a.m. Contribution, which is also your investment in working on next year's summer body, is just a $4 million, which I think is a great cost, right? I think so. We also have Cooking with Garthia coming up. She's a part of our wellness campaign. Garthia is going to be making her famous breakfast muffins. If you follow her on social media, you will see how delicious these muffins are. They look moist, they look nutritious, they look like they're not going to be at all. So tune in on August 18th, which is a Sunday, at 1 p.m. Instagram Live to watch Garthia talk us through making her famous breakfast muffins. And she even throwing some green juice for it too. You guys are in for a treat. I'll be at the house on that day. We also have Rota Yoga coming up, which is one of our staple events, recurrent staple events, and that's going to be on August 24th. Again, at the Hope Garden, Peace Garden, starting at 8 a.m. Just another little activity we put together for you guys so you can work on the summer body in advance. Next year, so you have time. Next year, you have time. We're giving you time. We also have our grand raffle, and tickets are currently on sale, or e-tickets. The raffle ends September 27, and these are just some of the prizes that we have. We have a gift certificate from Daniel's Coffee Barrel, valuing $3,000 each. We have 2 gift certificates from Terra Nova All Suite Hotel for you to dine at their restaurant, so you know you can kind of help you and they, or sis, mommy, your best friend. We have Barita Box from Barita Investments, valuing $10,000. We have a gift certificate from Fontana, valuing $10,000. We have a 1-month gym membership. So now work on the summer body food, you know. 1-month gym membership from MK Fitness, gift baskets from It's Okay, and every occasion gift, as well as a gift certificate valued at $4,000 from Dwella Aesthetics for any one of her services. So more information will be posted about our grand raffle, and it will be shared amongst your presidents so that they can share it with you. And if you want to stay updated with what is happening with our organization, you can go ahead and follow us on social media. So if you aren't, you can go ahead and just scan the QR code right now. Everybody's following us? Yeah. You're all following us on social media. The short? Yeah, on social media? Want to be like you and What's that for? Raffle? I love a man who's prepared. Oh my gosh. I should be collecting money myself. What's the rest? I don't do that anymore. Yeah, in our next meeting. So we'll skip this agenda item and head straight into our presentation. I now invite Andre to introduce one of our guest speakers.
President Garthia, IPC Colin, visiting president, Rotaractors guest. Rocque Coote is a passionate community development practitioner who has led community initiatives in vulnerable communities since her teenage years. While most of her education and experience is in IT and project management, she is best known for her strong portfolio in community development work in Jamaica and South Korea. Before working at JPS, Rocque Coote had the privilege of working with the Citizen Security and Justice Program, CSJP, under the Ministry of National Security. She continued community development work in August and provided support for other vulnerable communities in Jamaica. Rocque Coote is a former member of the Rotaract Club of St. Before joining the Rotary Club of Seoul Satellite Young Leaders Club in South Korea. She is now the president of the Rotary Club of St. Rocque Coote is a JPS EWP scholar and a devoted wife and mother to a twin and a teenager. She holds a global master's in public administration from Seoul National University in South Korea, a Bachelor of Science degree in computing with management studies as a minor, and a minor in data communication from the University of Technology, Jamaica, and is a globally certified project management professional. Please help me welcome Mikhail Raymore.
Mikhail, President, RDP, colleague members of the board, members of the district board, Rotaractors, customers and guests, good evening.
Good evening.
Mikhail Raymore began his Rotary journey in February of 2017 when he was admitted to membership in the Rotaract Club of St. Since then, he has held key positions in the club, including treasurer, president, several directorships. Currently, he is an active member of both the Rotaract and Rotary Club of St. and previously served as secretary for the Rotary Club of St. At the Rotaract district level, Mikhail has served as an assistant district Rotaract representative and 3 terms as assistant district Rotaract general. His dedication and contribution have earned him numerous recognition, including Director of the Year and Rotaractor of the Year twice from the Rotaract Club of St. Director of the Year from Rotaract District 720, and the President's Award from the Rotary Club of St. Currently, Mikhail serves as the District Rotaract Representative elect for Rotaract District 720 and as an advisor to the Rotaract Club of Kingston's Board of Directors. Professionally, Mikhail is an auditor, operational risk, compliance, and accounting professional. He holds the Certified Internal Auditor designation and is recognized as a chartered accountant in the field. He was also recently appointed chairperson of the Audit Committee for Jamaica's Ministry of Finance and Public Service. Mikhail's commitment to Rotary and Rotaract, combined with his professional expertise, drives impactful contributions to his community and beyond. Without further ado, Mikhail Raymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, the floor is now open for our presentation today. We're going to be exploring the magic of Rotary and following the light, which is in part of our Rotaract District 720 theme. So what Mikhail and Rocque are here to do are just really to break down what is Rotaract, what is Rotary, and how the two interconnect with each other. So the floor is now yours. There's more to it.
Alright, so for me, I started with Rotaract, right? So my journey is, I love people. Like, how can I find some more persons who are like me, who I want to do life with as it relates to giving back to community. So that's where the motivation actually started, right? So transitioning to Rotary was almost like a no-brainer, because back in the days it was like, as soon as you're 30, you have to be thinking about how do I make this transition, because this is something that you're passionate about. So therefore, if you want, so you know, can go from Rotary Club of St. But yeah, so it's all about how you can give back and not feel as if you are limited just to your community, but in Jamaica and even worldwide, because when I was a part of the Rotary Club of St. and I went to overseas, even though I was doing my master's degree, I was like, listen, something else is missing. I volunteered with Korea Foundation, and that's when I knew more about culture. So therefore, giving back, you open up a whole new world of possibilities, and I don't talk up too much of the time, but yeah, giving back, it just opens a whole new world of possibilities, and that's where I found Rotary, and I just transitioned to Rotary, and I have not turned back since, right? So, I mean, the transition is it's just the right thing to do if you are interested in service.
Can you repeat the guidelines, please? Where don't Rotary and Rotaract and the relationship with people?
Yes. But like I'm gonna repeat, we'll start with a brief history of your introduction.
My story is much less inspiring than the president's. I joined Rotaract because it was the right thing to do. I wanted an opportunity to give back, and I just didn't know how. So I hopped on the first opportunity that came to me, and I loved it. One of the unique things about Rotary and Rotaract is that if you look at the avenues of service, one of the avenues is vocational service. So your expectation coming into this organization is not just to serve, but to enhance the space you're in based upon any professional, educational talents that you may have. So we saw some of the activities that are upcoming for the Rotaract Club of St. and these have been related to skills that student members have. One of the best things I like about this space is that you can utilize your talents in that way. So for example, I hate community service. I don't like it. I don't want to go to a children's home, I don't want to go to a boarding age home, I'm just going to end up being sad, and I don't need it for that. But I can help plan the project. I can help everything lead up to that day. I can help in coordination. I can use my accounting talents to be the treasurer, which I've been too many times before. So there are always ways in which you can give back, which keep you in your comfort zone. Now, another good thing is that this space actively takes you outside of your comfort zone. So if you want somewhere that you can grow in a safe space, if you want somewhere that you can learn in a safe space, and not just do those things, but have a positive impact at the end of the day, and I'm reaching to the prospective persons in this room, this is one of the best avenues you have for it. Now, the truth is there are 10 million ways to give back. You can go to the Salvation Army and you can do 10 million nice things. You can volunteer for the poor. But what you have here is an opportunity to give back, yes, but also grow as a professional, grow as a human being. And you can leverage all of that in an extremely efficient manner. Now, that leads me into the relationship between both organizations. I have dual membership in Rotary and Rotaract Kingston, and persons that capacity, how I manage it. I just look at it as different avenues or different ways in which I can serve. So my role in Rotary Kingston, Rotary Kingston is the oldest Rotary club in Jamaica. It's the third oldest in the Caribbean. We have members who've been in the club. I think maybe 30% of our members have an average tenure of over 20 years. When you look at the membership level of the senior person, so in that space, I get to learn a lot. I get to learn from persons who've done Rotary, done amazing things on a consistent basis, and I can see how I can do my own little spin on it and make it better. When I'm in a Rotaract space, I haven't been here so long, a role like advisor to the board of directors is perfect for me because I know a lot of people can come and they can ask me something and I don't know the answer, I'm going to work to look for the answer, I can tell you in the right direction. So again, that is me utilizing two different sets of skills and building on it in the same space. So I think there's a lot of synergy between it. I understand that for a lot of us here, there may be hesitancy in terms of engaging with your Rotary Club, but I will say this, it's not always easy, but what is your motivation in that? If your motivation is giving back to the community, then get over it. You just have to get over it because it's a great tool with it. Also, on the other hand, there's a lot that you can learn and there's a lot of value that you can add. So if you look at for example, the trajectory of this club, where we are right now, what the club was doing, Colin can fill in this, what the club was doing 7 years ago is not necessarily what the club is doing now. And there's been a lot of growth in that space, not because we're doing the same, when new people have come in, new ideas are coming, and there's just been so much benefit from that. So piggybacking, I would encourage you guys to make the transition. If you want one foot in two camps like myself, then do it. You kind of get the best of both worlds. But you're the right person here to take the transition.
Alright, thank you for that, both of you. We're going to dig a little bit more into the themes for each organization. For Rotary, we know that it is the magic of Rotary. Could you just expound on that for us and to make that understand a little bit more of what that means and the impact that it's looking to bear?
Okay. So the magic of Rotary is pretty much how do you make change for the good of the people who you want to impact. So basically, Rotary has 4 strategic priorities or action focus on how do we increase impact as in projects that we do. So that is one way as well you can show the magic of Rotary. Doing the project is involved in time. They look at how you can increase engagement, right? So therefore, inviting your best friend to a meeting, partnership, fellowshipping, having joint meetings, anything that relates to increasing engagement, that's how you show the magic of Rotary. Learning how to adapt. So therefore, every single year you have a different president, a different theme. Some difference. I mean, nobody expected to have Hurricane Beryl, but you guys were able to adapt. This is how you show the magic of Rotary. There's so many different possibilities of how you can show the magic of Rotary. Those are 3 of the other areas. There's one more: increase engagement, impact. There's another one I can't remember right now. But basically, you coming together and getting stuff done for the benefit of the world. That is how you show that is how you embody the magic of Rotary.
Thank you for that, Representative. Now over to you, PRR Mikhail. Our theme for the Rotaract District of 2020 is light. Could you shed some light on that?
So, LIGHT stands for, I'm going to read this, Lead, Inspire, Grow, Hope, Transform. I think if you are dedicated to the cause, then all of these things will resonate with you. I always say that being a Rotaractor is a privilege. There are a million benefits that come from it, but there are also a lot of responsibilities that come with the job. So as a Rotaractor, I don't think you're the kind of person who just sits and complains about what's not right in the world. I think think you have an onus and a responsibility to step out and see if you can effect positive change. And as I mentioned earlier, there are 10 million ways in which you can lead and utilize your talents to give back. In terms of inspiration, I think that's pretty obvious. I won't delve into the typical discussion of inspiration. I will actually pivot and say that I think we here in Jamaica East, we are extremely privileged to have 4 active community-based clubs. And I tell persons the best way to learn about Rotaract is to visit other clubs. The best way to get inspiration in terms of what you can do as a Rotaractor, what you can do as a Rotaract club, is to go to other organizations and see what they're doing. I went to an RCSA meeting in maybe January 1 Rotaract year. It was on the PP Sharif. And what that club got done in 6 months was more than what a lot of Rotary clubs get done in a year. So that to me said there's so much more that we can do. I went to an NPRC meeting in 2018, and when I heard how much money they raised in 6 months, I was saying, well, in RCOK we're joking. There's so much more that we can do. So I'm going to use this opportunity to encourage you to visit your other clubs, see what your other Rotaractors are doing, what other Rotarians are doing, and see if there are any ideas that you can take from there and make your own experience better. That automatically ties into the growth in life and the transformation in life. So we're left with hope. And I think inherently as Rotaractors, as Rotarians, hope is a very key part of what we do. Going back to my previous statement, yeah, fine, we know all the things that are wrong, we know all the things that we would like to be better, but you're going to complain about it or you're going to do something about it. And in doing something about it, you have to have the hope that you have the capabilities to make things better. You have to have the hope that if you don't have the resources or the capabilities, you will find the resources and the capabilities to make these things better. Again, all of you here are very privileged to be in Rotaract at the stage you are in. There's a lot more impact than that you have been giving to our communities, and there's a lot more impact that you can give to our communities because of the foundations left by those before you. And if they didn't have the hope and the inspiration, think that Rotaract reaches the point. So I think all of those things, if you think on it individually, it ties into just who am I as a Rotaractor, who am I as a Rotarian, and how best can I go about doing that?
Thank you so much for that. There's been a lot of talk so far about impact. So I want to just touch on that some more, starting with you, President Rocque. Could you possibly highlight some impactful projects that has been done by Rotary so far, whether locally or internationally, and strides that we have made along the way?
So we've done a lot. So starting with the Rotary Club of St and the Peace Garden that you guys do.
Free by the way.
That was actually amazing. Past president, I think Jamila, back in 2017. So that Peace Garden was, the idea around it was for, you guys know that all stone, Mona Commons, Stanley High, those areas are used for prone to violence. So the idea was to have a space where we can have sessions, for instance, where they have a peaceful area, because you know they have the water fountain, there's a maze, so therefore persons can come outside of the community and have that spot. As it relates to peace, right? I think that is very important because it lends a space where persons, if you look at the chairs, they have plaques on it. They're in memory of persons from our club and other persons outside. So therefore, persons in memory will come there and then they think about stuff and they will reflect. So an area of peace. We have the Boys Town Water World Project. I don't know if you guys remember. They have a football team. Before it was like a So now the center or the Boys Town area has water. Usually they didn't. And that area also serves school, and they're trying to also ensure that they have potable water in the community. It's an ongoing project. We're still working on it, but we know they have that. Internationally, for me, one of my best projects is Laos. That is in the Asia area. Usually, they're not all and we actually had a fundraiser that we were able to almost like merge the different focus areas like community and economic development and also education and literacy. So we had the community come and they donated their art, and whatever they sold, we got a contribution from them. We were able to buy books and stock a library in Laos. That was awesome for me. When we saw the pictures, because we didn't go to the Laos, but when we saw the pictures and what we were able to do in the community, of Laos, and the impact as it relates to letting them learn English, that was wonderful. Yeah, projects.
Is there anything more recent or things that your club itself is planning that you just want to divulge in a little bit?
What we're planning? So currently we have our literacy project that was started last year. So for us, having the reading day, it was pretty much for us on the surface. We wanted to go deep, we wanted to make an impact. So coming out of COVID, we know a lot of schools were impacted. I think the literacy rate was 50% in Jamaica, dropping from 80%. Like, listen, this is not good. And it's not about us reading to them. We want to ensure that they can read us. So every Saturday, for almost a whole year, we went to the Hamilton Primary School. I think we had a Rotaract was there with us, and we actually teach them how to read and comprehension skills. So the grade 5, they were actually at pre-primary and grade 1. And so therefore, they weren't able to put 3 little words together. So we had to bring them in. So, I mean, that was impactful, right? So by the end of our year, we had kids reading. I remember there was this word, twig, T-W-I-G. And it's like, Miss, come. And you got a twig. I said, Miss Twig. I was like, yeah, twig. But he was so happy. Another child burst into tears when he realized that he could read. Because before, he was crying that he can't read. And when he realized he could read, so for them, the grade 5 and the grade 4 is a little bit different. The grade 4, they were able to read, they could just read the big words, but they didn't really understand what they were reading. So we had to go in and take them from the level of trying to understand, use context clues. Basically, before the program starts, we have a session with teachers who volunteer, so we taught them how to teach the students. And we plan to do it again this year, but we'll continue this year. So that's my major problem. Because I didn't want to just leave it, right? We wanted to continue. So those are some of the projects that we're working on.
Absolutely love that. Pivoting to you, elect Mikhail, you sit at the district level. So same question, what has been the district impact so far, and what are we looking to continue?
So, I want to answer your question and not answer the question. So just give me the disclaimer from now. There's a perception about the district, which unfortunately, President,
Would you like to share that perception with us?
is very wrong. The Rotaract district is not in a position to make demands of any club except for one thing, which is dues. Everything else is guidance. Everything else is guidance. The benefits you get from that guidance is that you have access to a network of experienced Rotaractors who can provide assistance in case you're having any issues in your clubs. With the annual district project, there are many ways in which you can get inspired. So, for example, we live in a region which is prone to hurricanes, prone to earthquakes, but clubs never really had a focus on disaster relief before. And over the past 3 or 4 years, it's been coming to the forefront, and we're building our capabilities to be able to respond to disasters and these issues. If you look at Hurricane, I think it was Hurricane Dorian in the Bahamas, there was an island that was completely cut off from the rest of the Bahamas, and the first people to reach there were actually Rotaractors. That is the level at which all of us in District 7020 should aspire to. So if there is a disaster, we can be the first ones on the ground providing relief. If you look at something like wellness, we are now moving towards having wellness chairs. And those wellness chairs are coming with very innovative ways to integrate a rounded approach to wellness in everything that we do. So previously we may do a fundraiser, but are we doing a yoga fundraiser where you can get the mindfulness from it and the exercise from it? The truth is no. So the benefit that the district has had in terms of impact on all of us is providing us with tools and resources to better what we're doing on a regular basis as Rotaractors. Now, coming down to the local level, the Jamaica East level, I think it's very important to highlight a lot of the impact that these clubs have had over the past couple of years. So this round happens. So I can start right in this room. IPP College, hydroponics. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yeah.
Project last year. That's for school, correct?
Right.
How many children attend that school?
Not sure of how many kids attend this school, but it's a big primary school in Michigan.
Okay, fine. So let's say 500 soldiers in there?
Probably, yeah.
Let's say 500. So you're providing potable, reliable water to 500 children. The impact of that is completely immeasurable because when those 500 leave, another 500 are going to come, another 500 are going to come, and as you blink, with a positive impact in 5,000 students. And you have set them on a path for success for the rest of their lives. There's no value, there's no dollar figure that you can put on something like that. If you look at the Rotaract Club of Kingston, I went to a health fair that they had, maybe in 2019, and it was a comprehensive health care. They did medical checks, there's barbering services, there's hairdressing services, you could get the eyes checked. I think a dentist was there, and this was held at the Mary Atkins Mary Atkins Center in downtown Kingston, which started as a homeless. Now, we all do projects like this on a regular basis, but being there on the ground in that space is a different experience. I was at the registration booth, and there was a gentleman sitting, let's say, behind the colleague. That's the distance between us. And when the wind shifted, I could smell that he was literally rotting as a person. His flesh was rotting. I had to go in my car and get some alcohol and rub on my upper lip so that I could just survive being there. Someone like that getting that level of assistance and that level of medical care cannot put a dollar value on it. The Rotaract Club of Kingston has given out maybe 800 million pure poverty products over the past 3 or 4 years. We're in 2024, but there's still a stigma when it comes to something like this. There's still lack of access when it comes to something like this. You cannot put a dollar value on going into a school, speaking to the young women there, making them realize that this is natural, this is normal, there is no shame, and giving them access to the products they need. The Rotaract Club of St. Players have been doing so much work at the Salvation Army School for the time I can't begin to list how many things they've done. So if you look at these things on an individual basis, the impact is not just I go today and I make people's lives better today. It's a monumental impact. It's something that's going to ripple through the lives of those people we have touched, and it can extend even beyond their lives and the persons around them. And that's one of the reasons why I think all of us should take what we're doing very important, and I think we should seek to be inspired and to grow and to transform and to utilize the resources that the district provides us. So we have a district IS chair, a district wellness chair. Pressure them, ask them questions, get ideas from them. If you don't get anything substantial, go to the DRR. They're there to serve you. The district resource guide is there, can give you ideas. You can good ideas and take it and see what you can make of it better. But that really is the impact that you can get from the district level. But at the end of the day, Rotaract clubs, that's where the real magic occurs. And that's where the real impact happens.
That's fine. You know, I sense a little shade right there, but we're all on the same team. We're all on the same team. Thank you so much for, expressing those thoughts so eloquently, Mikhail. And loving the conversations so far around impact. But I want to touch on a little bit around sustainability, impact, and continuity. Like President Rocque Coote highlighted, your club has a literacy project where you go into the institution and you teach and help students on how to read. And this is something that was started by a previous president that you have chosen to continue with. I think at the Rotaract level, and perhaps you can correct me if I'm wrong, we have an issue with project sustainability, especially when things are good. We tend to want to reinvent the wheel and come in with something new while ignoring something that has worked beautifully in the past, as well as something that we can continue to build on and expand and deepen the impact that it had thus far. So perhaps you could touch on that a little bit.
So, in terms of sustainability at the Rotaract level, it's skyrocketed in the past number of years. Is it where it needs to be? No. But the truth is that's an issue service organizations have. So not be very diplomatic. Honestly, part of the issue is that there's just too many egos. You have a different president every year and everyone wants to make, oh, this is my impact and this is my legacy and this is my project, and forgive my language, but sometimes people just need to cut the crap. If you look at sustainability, I'm waiting on a Rotaract club to say we're working with this school for the entire year. Because if you look at what the school needs, you can do a project every month there and not tackle everything. Where you can build into the sustainability, you can build into the relationship building. Again, on that sustainability train, at the district level, it's something that we have been trying to push. It's something that gives you very good points in terms of your quarterly reports, and I'm very proud to kind of let the cat out of the bag that as a part of my district team, I have legal Dana Lynn to be a part of my projects team, and something that if you know Dana Lynn, you know something that's very important to her is the sustainability of that.
Thank you so much from you both. Now leading into leadership and personal growth. We know that Rotaract and Rotary fosters a lot of leadership and development skills for young persons and young professionals and the older folks.
On both sides.
But President Rocque Coote, could you again just shed some light for us on what's in it for us to become Rotarians?
Okay. So I will use my journey. So I remember when I was in Rotaract, transition to Rotary. I never really wanted any position. I just wanted to do community service. That's all I wanted to do. Right? So I've been in Rotary for over 5 years. And they're like, Rocque, listen, I'm like, every year I'm like, nope, listen. When I just like Colleen and I say, listen, I want to be Rotaract, and when I go into Rotary, I just want to rest, and I don't want to hear nothing about leadership. That was me. And listen, you have persons in the club who are actually, they've never held a president post before or anything, but doing community service. And nothing is wrong with that. So therefore I encourage you to do the transition, because when you do the transition, you have control over your time, you set your boundaries, and they have to respect that. So for me, Michael was in a crisis where they're like, listen, almost everybody in the club has been a president before. There were a couple of us that were president before, but there was something in the project from last year, and that is why, when you're doing a project, always get the buy-in of your team and the club. Because of that buy-in, I was able to have the confidence or have the mindset to say, listen, if I'm president, this is the project that I want to do. I don't want no other project. It's not about ego. Even my guest speakers like, I'm so cute. The past president spoke very highly of her project. That is my project. Nothing new. Because listen, if you come in the club for wanting to come in, it don't matter which project, as long as the project is making an impact. You understand? So that was my outlook. I said, listen, I don't need a new project, because guess what? Jamaica at the last ceremony, closing of ceremony for the project, I hear that it's now 60-something%. I was like, yeah, we're on a mission. We're at 80, why can't we go back to 80? This is my project. So therefore, I am not a speech person. I'm more a one-on-one talk to person. So that is one of the reasons I didn't really want to be. I just wanted to be able to space, right? So Rotary, you get the training, and the only way you can actually grow is if you come out of your comfort zone. Like for me, I'm not interested in doing speeches, doing meetings, and put me in any community. That's where I will shine, right? But coming into Rotary, you have the various functions, and you have the various avenues of service, and you just try out all of them, and eventually you just find yourself wanting to do more, wanting to go beyond the Rotary, wanting to, anywhere you go in the world, you can just say, oh, where is this? Before you do this, I want to go to a Rotary Club meeting, and you just find, and you're just welcome anywhere you go in the world. So that's one of the benefits of being a part of Rotary. You can just go anywhere and say, oh, I'm a Rotarian. And even if you're the blackest person in the room, even if most of my people, I'm the only black person in the picture, but they just want to say you're a Rotarian at this place. You understand? So, I mean, it's awesome.
Over to you, Mikhail.
Specifically regarding Rotary.
Rotaract, why should anybody be a part of Rotaract? What's in it for us?
The completely selfish reason is that this is an excellent training ground. This is where you can get a lot of the skills that you need to be successful in life. This is the space you can get those unique experiences to make you stand out in any professional space. In an interview, at work, you can get such a diverse skill set. So I know a lot of us as young professionals, we may have the academics, we may have the educational background, and we're trying to get some experience. But I think a lot of times we don't look at our Rotaract experience and see how we can tie that in. So if you have been a project lead in Rotaract, you led and executed a successful project. You look at the numbers and the figures and the facts behind it. Hydroponics project, there was a grant, right? So there's a whole grant management process with proposal writing, the accounting, the project management, the execution, the stakeholder engagement. I don't care what job you want to apply to, if you can go in there and sell yourself having these practical skills, it's going to be beneficial for you. There are persons in Rotaract who I have engaged professionally solely based upon how they have acted and behaved in Rotaract. On the other hand, there are persons who have not touched professionally with a 10-foot pole based upon their actions and how they've engaged in Rotaract. So this is your space to build your skill set, but this is also your space to build your network. Because the truth is that if you're looking around this room, you're looking Rotary, you're seeing the current leaders, you're seeing the current C-suite at all these local companies and organizations. But these persons around you right now, they're going to be the next C-suite individuals. Do you want to go to college 10 years from now when you're applying for a job, you say, no, Mikhail careless all the time and just throw away your resume regardless of how good it looks? Or do you want it to see your resume and someone and it's very, very close, but you can say, well, at least I know what Mikhail can bring to the table. So it's less of a risk for me to give it a chance. And also, I'm going to sell the Rotary aspect of it because there are projects here which are impressive at a Rotaract level. And you can go into a professional environment and you can sell how impressive it is. However, over the past 10 years, the value of the Rotary Club of Kingston major projects has exceeded $158 million. That's those major projects. If I'm going to add minor projects, then I'm probably going to double that figure. Imagine if you were the team lead on 3 or 4 of those projects. You're not going into an interview saying, oh, I'm a project manager and I've done this and I've done that. No, I'm a project manager and I've led a $10 million year-long project. You have the whole grant application process. You have the whole stakeholder engagement, all of those things. If you look at the bus of the National Heroes in Emancipation Park, that's a Rotary Kingston major project. Each one of those buses was sponsored by a different organization. There's work that had to be done with NHD, work that had to be done with KSMC, work that had to be done with the Ministry of Culture. Imagine if you were the lead on that project, how much you'd have learned in that space. Imagine if you're the lead on that project, how confident you would be going into any scenario, speaking to anyone, and you have that surety about your project management skills. I just don't think if you are an ambitious person, these are opportunities that you can afford.
I disagree with you there. So I want to also move into the aspect of mentorship because I believe that we all understand the mentorship aspect of being a Rotaract or Rotarian. We have our lines, we have our routines. There are many avenues and ways for us to always gather and build. But another thing that a few of us have highlighted that is possibly missing at the Rotaract level is the aspect of mentorship. Could you guys probably dive into that a little bit? And as an area of concern, how can it also be something that we correct?
I remember 2 years ago, probably I came as president one year, 2 years ago, we tried something as a brainstorming session. Not sure if anybody here the mentorship program or
Yeah, that was like a few years ago.
I would love to hear. I didn't get any feedback from it. Like, what were some of the challenges?
I believe that was in PP Garthia's year, so she was speak more.
It's been a year.
But you were the lead on it.
I know you
No,
would.
I was scared. Where's Joy?
So I mean, it's an idea that I actually didn't have an issue with per se in its general sense, but it's just that I don't think proper care was done to ensure sustainability. And I'm not sure what challenges were. But if we can explore some more and look at what were some of the challenges or even what was right about it. I don't know anything if there were any groups. So therefore, I mean, it's, for me, it's as a president of the parent club, I think it's a conversation that we need to have to understand what went right and what went wrong and how we can move forward. But I think it's very, very important because the relationship is important. We're on the same mission, and I am sure that our projects do align and there are opportunities for partnership. And definitely it's something that we can work and see how we can build and grow.
But outside of project alignment, what are some of the benefits that persons could experience from having mentorship within the network?
Okay, so thinking from the perspective irrespective of your professional development and even personal development, what I want to see in the mentorship program is the partnering of two persons, or even with the club. I mean, you don't have to be just a one-to-one. It can be a one-to-many in some cases, or different permutations, right? But it's more of trying to find the right match of personalities and even with your time, because it could be that some persons may not be available and truly. So it's just finding the right synergy so that whatever you, because how I see it is that you have to be up for what you want both of you. And then based off of that, we kind of go try to find a match. And then that is the only way we'll be able to provide value to the program. We have to know what you want and how we can have a beneficial relationship between the two parties.
The RRE?
Trying to be politically correct. Oh Lord. A lot of the issues with mentorship is really how badly do you want it, and are you willing to step on the toes to get it? So there's a traditional expectation that because I'm in the Rotaract Club of St. Andrew, I'm going to seek mentorship from the Rotary Club of St. Andrew. It's nice, it's lovely, but the truth is it doesn't always work. I can tell you that the relationship between Rotaract and Rotary St. Andrew wasn't always what it was not. I can tell you that the relationship between the Rotaract Club of Kingston and the Rotary Club of Kingston wasn't always what it was now. When I was president, I looked in the Rotarian spaces and I said, I don't have a parent club. I don't see you guys. You guys have no value. However, it didn't stop there. Because again, as a Rotaract, your job is not just to sit and complain, but go out there and find what you want. So there are 8 Rotary clubs in Kingston and St. Andrew. One of them must be able to help you. That Rotaract pin that you have, that is a privilege. You are welcome at any Rotaract or any Rotary meeting in the world. Go to a Rotary Club of XYZ ABC meeting, mingle, see the skill set is there, ask them for help. As a Rotarian, there's an obligation and they help you, just as a Rotaract, there's an obligation that as a Rotaract, I help another Rotaract. So again, go to the other Rotaract clubs, see if there's a skill set there, see if there's somebody there who can provide you with some guidance and assistance within a Rotaract space or otherwise, and get that information from them. So we have, there's a mention of ACCA earlier. We have persons in Rotaract who completed ACCA. There are persons who, you have persons here who may be in the project management field. There are, where's Rtn? Is Rtn there?
Yeah.
He stepped up. When he comes back, anybody wants to know anything about project management, Rtn has a certification from the PMI, so you can go and ask him. There is mentorship that you can get from the district level. Again, I mentioned that the district Rotaract chairs are there to provide you with assistance. It's not a handing down the requirements relationship and you report into them. Everybody's phone number is in the resource pack. Everybody's email address is in the resource pack. Reach out to them. And like I said earlier, if you're not getting what you want from them, complain. Complain.
And you know, for me, I'm going to make it my personal responsibility. So if I see you come to my meeting, I'm going to ensure that I teach everyone. Similar to our fellowship, right? Because it has to start from somewhere.
And the thing is, it can happen so organically. I met past President Jem at the RCSA meeting. I went to somebody's house to play dominoes and she said, you look familiar. I'm like, I know you. I spent the rest of the night asking the lady for advice about how to be a president. I got that mentorship in that space. Fine, I took her away from her hosting duties, but she seemed very happy to have me. And I made the most of the situation. That was me getting mentorship in an unexpected space. And that was me getting mentorship from not necessarily expected nights. So I encourage everyone, there is a wealth of talent here. There are relationships that you can build here, and you may not know where that talent is, but if you know someone in Kingston, you know someone in New Kingston, you know someone in Ligonier Plains, and you have a challenge professionally or otherwise, reach out to that person you know and say, do you know anyone who can help? Because I have seen it personally where persons from one club have stepped in and assisted another club in the background, done 3/4 of the work and given everyone else in the other club recognition. I have worked with Come On. I've had those experiences with Come On so many times. I just reach out to me, can I help you with this? You basically do all the work, and when I said come take the credit, he said, no, that's fine. That's what it is to be a Rotaract, and that's what it is to be a Rotarian. You have a president now who is willing to welcome you. I can speak for IPP Jim and say that she's willing to welcome you too. So find yourself at the Rotary meeting. Don't just sit in a corner and sit around the back. Meet some people and see what relationships you can build and how they can help you. But in the same breath, see how you can help them. So there a project was listed. Thursday of a project that she wants to go and execute. And I think there are many opportunities for everyone here to participate in it. And you can learn a lot by being there. So two birds, one stone.
Thank you for that from both of you. And as you both have hinted, it has to be something that you, the individual, you want to speak out your home for, you're passionate about it because you want to see the growth and change within yourself. So seek out mentors, guys. You have the two lovely options up here to begin with. You also have access to a very rich network of professional individuals that you can tap into. So I encourage you all to utilize it to the best of your abilities as long as the relationships remain mutually beneficial to all. Now moving into the future vision and goals of Rotaract and Rotary. Now, Rocque, you sit here as the current president for the Rotary Club of St. Our parent club. You have touched on a major project that your club is now in the process of continuing from a previous president. Could you shed some light on additional projects that you are going through? I started out in one of your meetings, and I believe a project that really piqued my ears was the one that you're doing with the Rotary Club of St regarding Portland cutting.
Well, it's not just Portland cutting. It's there's community so so a lot of persons that know everything about St. Elizabeth, Manchester, and all of that. But for the Rotary Club of St, like very well the third.
Yes, it was the third
And
one.
by the fourth, they were underground. Cecilia was happening. They actually identified 13 the most impacted home, and we decided the turnout vote and the club of the 10 areas survey. So we were able to do when I set the proposal, they're like, listen, this is like a quantity survey. I was like, yeah, well, you know. And that person was like, yeah, man, I need them all the time. But yeah, so they were able to go there and do the assessment to look at how many were when you know this were. Therefore, we were and so we're currently shoring up the donation. So to move it, not back to the yet, going to go now, and that's so I have to wait and
Absolutely love that. And Mikhail, again, you sit at the district level and you are the elect district Rotaract Representative. Can you just speak to us about what's happening currently? What are you looking forward to happen in your year, your
Okay, well, what happened currently is in retrospect. In terms of my plans, my year as DRR, it's not going to be report heavy. It's going to be a lot of the qualitative things. So there's going to be a lot of training. There's going to be a lot of resources provided. One of the benefits I've had by going to different Rotary and Rotaract clubs is seeing what different ideas of work. Just something as simple as how you structure a meeting, it can have a massive impact on the vibe of your club. Something that, for example, Rotary Club of Kingston for the first 15 minutes, well, not for the first 15 minutes. You cannot sit before the meeting is called to order. What that does is that if people are standing, there's a better chance that people mingle and speak to each other and they build those relationships before a meeting. It's extremely simple, but I thought it was a brilliant idea. In some clubs, one of the most pivotal roles is actually the sergeant at arms, because the sergeant at arms can find fun ways of enforcing discipline in your club. The sergeant at arms can also be a major source of revenue for your club. Your sergeant at arms can also be the person who affects how the mood that people have when they leave your club. So one of the last things in the meeting is a sergeant at arms. If I go up there and I just bring 10 fines and I say, the shoes were dirty and the pin was lean and all these kinds of things, it would kill the mood of a club. But if I can get an active, engaged, funny sergeant at arms, then you get the value from the presentation in the meeting and you get the value at the end of it and you leave saying, I want to come back to RCSA again. So those are some of the options and things that I want to bring across the persons in terms of the focus of my year as they are. One of the things I'm also looking forward to is that conference is going to be joined with District 7030. One of the benefits of that is there's a lot that they're doing that we can learn from, and there's a lot that we're doing that they can learn from. I think building those synergies over the year is going to be very good. I can also see the relationships that will be for our conference. They're going to be extremely beneficial. I've personally benefited from something like that. I had someone from my team who messaged me one night and she said, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm tasked with planning a spelling bee and I don't know where to start. And she says, oh, we do one every year. There's a template for everything you need to do. Call this person, and within a week I got an international sponsor for the spelling. That's just a very simple example of the relationships that you can build and the synergies that can be built. So those are the two main things I'm doing.
I love that the district is now expanding partnerships beyond the district. I realize that that's also something in our resource that has been international services, where we're no longer restricted to partnering with clubs within our own district. So I applaud that and I welcome it. So we've said a lot. We looked at impact. We have highlighted sustainability projects. We highlighted networking and mentoring and acknowledging the richness of our networks and our connections. So we're about to close because I have a notification, that time is drawing near. So I would like to ask our guest speakers to just leave us with a word of motivation. I know we touched on why join Rotary, why join Rotaract, but really from your own experiences and looking at the impact and the change that you have both been able to make as individuals. Leave us with a kind word. That's right.
I think my word would be teamwork and unity.
Teamwork and unity.
What have I got from Rotaract? So much. I've got an amazing group of friends. I have built relationships that have helped me significantly in life. I mean, my father's alive today because of a relationship I had made in Rotaract. I don't think you can put value on that. I've been able to go into an interview and not give the same generic boring answers that everyone else gave, and the interviewers thought I was funny because of my experiences, and it's got me a job. So it's positively impacted every aspect of my life. I'd encourage you to sit and think about the benefits you've got.
Thank you, Mikhail. Still waiting on your word.
My word of encouragement?
Yes, teamwork and unity. You gave us a paragraph of encouragement, which I love, by the way. Sum that up into a word or two.
Ambition and dedication.
Thank you. We have teamwork and unity, ambition passion and dedication. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest speakers for today, Rocque Coote and Mikhail. I now invite our prospect, Samantha Kinghorn, to deliver the word of thanks.
President of the Rotary Club of St. and Rocque Coote, and we are on behalf of myself, President Garthia, and visiting President Besties. Yes, we just want to say a heartfelt thank you for coming tonight and sharing with us about making an impact in our community. We all here have a common goal, and I felt very inspired. I felt a renewed, excitement. If you share your past experiences and your future plans, you also encouraged us to, visit other clubs, take some ideas. And there is a lot of money, right? And we just want to say thank you and continue working hard because we know it is a personal and professional task and we know it is not easy and we just want to say thank you once